China's our greatest enemy. They're not a rival. They're not a competitor. They are an enemy of the United States. They want our way of life eliminated. They want to take over the world through their Belt and Road Initiative. They are a godless society that is focused on the complete destruction of the American nation and of Western civilization. And so I believe it's time to have a goal that we should decouple from China altogether. And I think that we should have a goal of self-sufficiency where, first of all, let's just make a stated goal that vitamin C and essential materials for medicine should no longer be made in China immediately. That never again should we have to count on personal protection equipment to be flown in on planes from China to try and help us with the virus that they unleashed on us. So what we should do with China, I don't want a war either. It seems like China is getting us closer and closer to that. The drums of war are beating. They're building islands in the South China Sea. They're dumping steel. They're dumping solar panels. They're intentionally deindustrializing our economy. And for those of us that grew up in the conservative movement 10 years ago, we were told the best thing is unlimited, unrestricted trade with China. Now, there's a place for global trade. Of course there is. We want to sell our products. And if another country does something really well, then we want to be able to buy their products as well. But here's the problem. I think we conflated good products with cheap products. We made a deal with the Chinese Communist Party 30 years ago that we never should have made, which was we decided to make an idol out of piles of plastic and meaningless piles of stuff that quite honestly came at a cost, and that cost was this. We're no longer going to make material things in our country. And we are told by our leaders, and we are told by the ruling class, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that people in Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia and Kentucky and Tennessee in particular, and even this state, it's a good thing that you don't have to go actually work with your hands. We're going to become a technology economy. You guys have heard this before, right? An information economy. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, first of all, highly specialized, so only a small group of people actually get to participate in it. It's very speculative, and you can't touch it. A country needs a strong base in the development of hardware, cars, steel, homes, lumber, things that actually have a utility, and there's only a finite amount of it. So we decided 30 years ago, we're just going to allow China to do all of it. We lost 15 million manufacturing jobs. I think we have to have a complete decoupling. I think we have to say, we're not going to make stuff in China anymore. And if you make stuff in China and you do business with China, I'm not going to buy your stuff. I know it's not easy. I know there's stuff that you guys, probably say, I got to have a process to this. But we, as Americans, there's nothing the Chinese can do that we can't do. They just steal all of our ideas. They only do it cheaper than us. So I admit, we make stuff here. You're right. Prices will go up. But I would rather have less, higher quality stuff that I really care about. Jackets that I know, for example, that are made by Americans, than piles of this stuff that's kind of, it wears down and I don't actually appreciate it. And finally, from a geopolitical standpoint, it's time for us to strike back against China. They have cyber warfare against us. We should launch cyber warfare against them. We should have sanctions on China. They have to suffer for what they did with the Chinese coronavirus. They lied about it on the world stage. They should be shut down for the Belt and Road Initiative. And Joe Biden's not going to do this. And I wish Trump would have been even harsher on China, quite honestly. Is that every single ally from Japan to South Korea to everyone in Asia, there should be an alliance, a worldwide alliance against the evil, that's right, Chinese Communist Party that has 1 million Muslims in concentration camps to choke them out the way we did to the Soviet Union. China's on pace to be the global superpower. We are all that stands in their way. But our ruling class is purchased by China because they put a love of money above a loyalty to our country. We're going to change that. That should be our stance to China. Thank you.